Hello guys, how are you today? Today we talk about future progressive. If we talk about future progressive, is very similar as the present progressive because it's an action that you're going to do in the nearest future. For example, later, at night, in the afternoon, tomorrow, in the next weekend, etc. Okay? So to work with future progressive, as in present progressive, we need the auxiliary, the verb to be. And of course, like we're talking about future, the verb to be has to be in present. Okay? So we need, as you know, a pronoun or name or subject plus the auxiliary am, is, or are, okay, according to the pronoun, okay? I am, he, she, and it is, we, you, and they are. And then we need the action, any kind of action with ing, okay? So, future progressive, remember that it is progressive, we need the auxiliary, am, is, or are, not do, need, does, or will. We need am, is, or are. And then the action, any kind of action, most of all, the ones that express movement, okay, to work with the future progressive. Here it says, we often use the present progressive to talk about plans and decisions for the near future. It is most commonly used with verbs expressing movement. Arrive, come, go, leave, sail, visit, dance, jump, swim, etc. Okay? For example, in positive we have I'm leaving early today. I have a headache. Wendy is going to do the homework later. My friends are going to the party this weekend. That's in positive. Now in negative, I'm not waiting any longer. He's half an hour late already. They are not going to go to the party tomorrow. The teacher is not going to review the test, okay? Now, for a question, remember that for a question, we need to begin with the auxiliary, okay? Or if we have a WH question, that goes first. So we have, a question, are you visiting your mother tonight? Yes, I am. No, I'm not, okay? Is Peter going to dance at night? Yes, she is. No, she isn't, okay? If you begin with are, well, the answer has to be with are. Or if you're going to answer you as a first person, you're going to answer with am, okay? Is with is, are with are, etc. Okay? And if you have a WH question, the WH question goes first, okay? What, where, who, how many, etc. Okay? And then the auxiliary, am, is, or are, and then the pronoun, the name, the subject, and then the action, okay? For example, in positive, we're talking about I'm leaving, is Wendy is going to do, my friends are going to the party, okay? In negative, I'm not waiting any longer. They are not going to go. The teacher is not going to review, okay? For question, well, we said that we need the auxiliary, okay? Am, is, or are first, or if we have a WH question, okay? And then the rest. So this information you already know, because remember that on English 1, we saw the present progressive, and it is the same, okay? But now we're going to work with the future, okay? And it's very important that you remember this structure, okay? Now, we also work with some exercises on the English platform, okay? Do you remember? We have an example. Are you doing anything after work? After work is future, okay? It's not in this moment. No, I'm not. I'm going straight home. Why? I'm meeting some friends for pizza. Why didn't you come with us? Thanks, that sounds like fun. Okay? So the only thing that you have to do is pay attention that if it is a statement or if it is a question, and if it is in singular or plural. If it is singular, is we're going to work with is. Okay? If it is negative, it's not. Or I'm not. If it is plural, are or aren't. Okay? So you need to pay attention to this. For example, in this exercise, it says to school tomorrow, okay? And we have a question mark. So if we have a question mark, it means that it's a question, okay? So for that, we need to begin with an auxiliary, okay? Because here we have an auxiliary, are. Are you going? You, it's not an auxiliary, it's a pronoun. I'm staying, it's not an auxiliary, it's a pronoun. I, it's also a pronoun, and you are, it's also a pronoun. So the only answer that we have here, according to this information that is a question, is are you going? Are you going? Are you going to school tomorrow? Okay, and the answer is no. Who are you asking? Or somebody's asking you, okay? So the answer is no. I'm staying home. I'm sick. It's like saying, no, I'm staying home because I'm sick, okay? So in the question, the auxiliary goes first, okay? And on the result, on the answer, the pronoun goes first, and then the auxiliary, and then the action, okay? No, I'm staying home, I'm sick, okay? The only thing that you need to do is practice, okay? Then we have another example, okay? Let's work with another one. Well, we made all lesson 7 on the class, okay? But here, just for the review, we're just going to work with some examples, okay? Now, what time work today? It's again a question. So if it is a question, we said that we need to work with an auxiliary first. So living and you and working are not auxiliaries. So we have to select between am or are, okay? So let's work with are. What are, okay? And then what do we need in a question? After the auxiliary, we need a pronoun. And the only pronoun that we have here is you. So what are you? What are you? And then we need an action. We have 2 actions, living and working. Let's see if living is correct. What are you living? I'm sorry, what time are you leaving work today? It's like saying, ¿a qué horas te vas? ¿A qué horas dejas de trabajar? So, what time are you leaving work today? And then the answer, not until 7:30. I working? No, because on the result or on the answer, we need, after the pronoun or the name, we need an auxiliary, and the only auxiliary that we have is am. So, not until 7:30. I am what? Well, working late, okay? If we would select working instead of living, the question is not going to be totally correct, because it would say, what time are you working work? No. Working work? No. It doesn't sound correct. So, what time are you leaving work today? Not until 7:30. I am working late, okay? No hasta las 7:30, okay? Porque estaré trabajando tarde. Es una forma de decir. Now, let's make the last one, okay? Again, we have a question. Lunch at school today, okay? So, it's a question. What did we say we need first? Do you remember? Well, the auxiliary. The auxiliary and then the pronoun. So, if we select are going lunch, but who? Who? We need the pronoun or a subject or a name. So, this is not correct. You eat? No, because you is not an auxiliary. Will go? Okay, will is an auxiliary, but not in this moment, because will doesn't work with ing, okay? So this is not good too. This is not correct, I'm sorry. Are you eating lunch at school today? Because we have an auxiliary, we have the pronoun, and we have the action. Are you eating lunch at school today? No, Frank. No, Frank and I, what? Now we need Now we need an auxiliary, okay? No, Frank and I, what? You eat, will go. No, Frank and I are going to Gino's for pizza. Do you want to come? Sure, I love pizza, okay? So, remember, if it is a question, you have to begin with an auxiliary. Or if you have a WH question, that goes first and then the auxiliary. If it is a sentence or the result or an answer, you need the pronoun or the name and then the auxiliary. It's vice versa, okay? You're going to change places, okay? Frank and I are going to Gino's for pizza, okay? So please just review this information. I know that I'm pretty sure that it's going to be very easy for you. So try to review it, and even though if you have a question, or even if you have a question, please let me know, okay? Next Thursday that we're going to have again our class, we're going to review this, and also we're going to see past continuous, okay? Thank you.